I will just run through the papers that we have this morning, right, Victor?
We have the Daily Trust and the Leadership. The Leadership Friday, that just reminded me that it's a Friday after all. It doesn't look it.
It's Boxing Day.
Doesn't look like it, doesn't feel like it.
What does it feel like?
Feels like the Yuletide.
Yuletide that I'm not feeling. Right. Anyways, let's see what the papers have. The Leadership, of course, this morning says Shatima, Northern Governors orders to cry Borno Mosque suicide bombing. And that's on page 4. And the picture story, very interesting. I can see Gombe State Governor receiving a Christmas gift from the chairman of the Christian Association of Nigeria, Gombe State chapter, during a Christmas homage to the governor by the Christian community in the states. Very interesting. You can see Father Christmas in all shades.
I'm telling you.
Looking really nice. Wow. Beautiful to see. Away from that, Bajagba Amila not replaced as Chief of Staff, according to the presidency. And that's on page 13. New penalties in the electoral bill won't guarantee credible polls, according to analysts. And below the picture story, we have all abducted pupils, workers of Niger school freed. Catholic Diocese confirms. That's good news, and that's on page 4. Kaduna government lists mining company on stock exchange. That's on page 6. States that are changing the narrative and doing good. 2 die in Lagos tanker explosion. Details on page 18. And prioritize domestic refining production. Economist urges new petroleum sector regulators. That's on page 20. An update on AFCON, just beside the masthead, we have AFCON 2025, Super Eagles eye victory over Tunisia. And that's on page 31. I think that's the Nigerian coach?
Eric Shell, yes.
All right, Eric Shell calls for improvement. So that's about it on the front page of the Leadership this morning. Victor?
All right, thank you. And the bold headline here on the front page of the Daily Trust is Peaceful Christmas nationwide, and that's something to cheer if we had a peaceful one throughout the nation. And the Gbajabiamila story is here as well. But 2 killed, many injured in Lagos tanker explosion is on page 14 of the Daily Trust. And stakeholders set agenda for new oil sector regulatory chiefs. You find details on page 27. And of course, talking about a peaceful Christmas, you have the picture stories, which tells of Christian worshippers during the Christmas services across states yesterday. And finally, from here, Borno Mosque blast. I watched worshippers fall. That's credited to the Imam. Well, at least to hear that there was peaceful Christmas
is
something that is cheering and really gladdens the heart, considering what happened just a day before in Borno at the mosque.
Very true. I like this picture, and that's why I tried to highlight it when I, read the headlines. Things like this, is what we need to see often. Unity, regardless of faith. People willing. By the way, yesterday I got a lot of messages from non-Christians, right? To be specific, from Muslims, and the messages came in earlier than those I got from Christians. And, it really gladdened my heart. It made me feel happy. And, that's what it should be like, irrespective of which faith is celebrating. We should join in the celebration. And, I saw Muslims, not just politicians, who did Christmas cards. Like they had their pictures on it, and they were wishing, Nigerians Merry Christmas. Yes, so, just beautiful to see. And I just hope that we continue in this light, just so that, we can continue to work together and build our country.
Indeed.
Regardless of faith.
And talking about the security concerns, of course, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs confirmed overnight strike in collaboration with the United States on terrorists somewhere in the northwest, which also tells of the steps government is taking to ensure that we can have many more, like yesterday's peaceful Christmas nationwide, and that we can carry it on into the new year.
Exactly, and it's important that precision, comes to play in all of this, just so that it's just the bad eggs that are flushed out,
Indeed.
so that we do not begin to hear some other concerns. Now, away from all of that, but of course, Christmas is in the air. This 2 die in Lagos tanker explosion, not a good one. That's on page 18. I don't know if you have the details.
Here.
Okay, page 14. Okay.
Here, yeah.
All right. Not sure if it was a spill or the tanker just exploded, or people were trying to scoop fuel.
I wouldn't think so.
The cause of the explosion is, what we should be concerned about, just so that we can avoid a repeat.
Okay, somewhere close to Agbara, close to the Lagos State University of Education, around Agbara. And the witnesses said the tanker was struggling for right of way with another truck when it lost control, overturned, and burst into flames.
Oh, no.
So there was no time for scooping of fuel by the
Reckless driving is what?
which the Federal Road Safety Corps warned continuously, within this period. We had them here just 2 days ago, and they were talking about the need to be cautious in our driving, in our practices of drivers, so that you don't get on the wheels tired, and you drive gently. If everybody drives with caution, we are likely to see a mitigation of road traffic accidents on our roads. Really.
Very, very true. And maybe we should also mention this. Like I used to hear. I do not know if that's still the thing now. Drive like you're the only sane person on the road. So if everyone imbibes that, right, I'm sure we'll get to our destinations. Something I've realized, whether you're on top speed or you're driving at, moderated speed, the difference in getting to your destination is not more than 5-10 minutes.
I think that those who drive heavy-duty vehicles, articulated vehicles, are particularly guilty of this, because I have seen firsthand where a truck just gets on a lane meant for vehicles moving in the opposite direction, and it's coming with speed. It's simply daring you to wait or
get crushed,
leave the road. So it's just daring you. If you don't want to leave the road, then you see vehicles having to, veer into the bushes, off the roads, just to allow them to go, because they have big vehicles.
That's intimidation on the road, right? Because of the size.
I've seen that several times.
And the kind of damage it can cause. All right. So, and I think that's about it. So
who should we thank? Okay,
thank me.
We thank ourselves.
Thank me.
Chukwudi Ukoli is enjoying rice and chicken for the Yuletide. Well, good morning, Nigeria. We'll continue after this break with the conversation proper. Please do stay with us.